Hello, welcome back to Chase and Thoughts with Chase. So this week I know I'm recording at like 9 in the night. When I record is completely inconsistent. Where I record is always going to be the same office area with the mirrored closet doors behind me, the mirrors of contemplation as I will now dub them. And today I wanted to kind of talk about something that I've been thinking about for a long time now. And by a long time I mean like a few months. So not really a few months. It's been like I think about a month or two around the time I started this podcast. So that was like what? Technically since it's been 8 weeks, 2 months ago? Yeah. Around that time, 2 months ago. So when I first started this podcast, around that time, I was thinking about the Olympics because the Olympics had recently ended. The Summer Paris 2024 Olympics. And I thought about how much I enjoyed gymnastics. I never really received too much formal training on it. The most I got was I got a little bit of formal training when I was 4. I went to this gymnastics class. Yeah, sorry, my eye is hurting right now. My left eye, when I blink, it just hurts. I'm gonna probably get like a drink of water after this so I can. I was thinking about that and like, man, I really enjoy it, and that some of my better recent memories were of me doing like handsprings and stuff, and just being able to impress people with that and feeling happy because that was like a unique talent of mine. And an idea came to me about what if I became an Olympian athlete? And I don't know why, but this idea just kind of stuck. It stuck with me. It resonated with me. I could see it happen. I could see myself becoming a gymnast. And even if I never made it to the Olympian level, the mere journey alone was like something that I almost anticipated because for the past year or so, well, not even year, it's for like the past 6 months, I've kind of felt dissatisfied with life. Like, I don't know what to do with my. So, when I thought of this idea about going to the Olympics, I thought, well, training to go there would be a good way to spend my time. It'd be something I could dedicate to. That's not the channel. And the reason I didn't want it to be the channel was 2 reasons. One, I didn't want to put my eggs in such an extremely unreliable basket, but also two, assume I do succeed. That's a lot of pressure to have to keep up with, and I kind of need time to grow into it. So the soonest I would have, contemplated seeing this as a route would be like the end of 2025. Genuinely, because that's when I would have started getting an actual content creator mindset and work ethic. So I've also talked about this to a lot of my in real life friends. I've said, hey, I want to go to the Olympics. A lot of people have been very supportive of it. I've obviously gotten some people telling me that I should really think about it. And that's part of why I've been so hesitant, is because I really want to think it through, and I really wanted to decide, is this something I'm willing to sacrifice like the next 4 years of my life to go try and do? And the answer came to me actually yesterday, because General Conference happened yesterday. And for those of you who don't know what General Conference is, I'm pretty sure everyone watching will know what General Conference is, but just in case you do not know, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and every 6 months there's something called General Conference where our where our prophets and apostles come and speak to us along with other general authorities of the church. They come and deliver messages to inspire us, basically. And also they go and announce new temples, but I'm not really going to get into that because I don't want to get off on a whole tangent about explaining General Conference. I will explain that in a future episode if you guys want me to, because I do think General Conference is a very interesting thing to talk about. It's certainly a very entertaining thing to talk about. So, yeah, leave it down in the comments or tell me in real life. Do you guys want to see this? After the Sunday afternoon session, which is the last session of General Conference, I was in my grandma's yard because we went to my grandma's place and watched it in the backyard. Watched it in her backyard. Well, because we were taking care of Winston. And the prompting came to me, just this feeling of just do a handspring and let the rest flow through. I ended up doing like a nice whole little routine thing, just a little bit of like running around, jumping, and practicing. And at the end of that, I'm like, wow, I feel really good. I want to do this more. And yeah, part of that might have been that I was helping my little brother out with that, but I still felt really good about it by myself. I'm like, man, I pushed myself. I've felt as if I was doing something. I felt alive doing that. So I've made my ultimate decision that I'm going to start. And normally I would have started with a jog. But fun fact, I did not get very much sleep last night. And so when my alarm for 5:45 rang, I'm just like, no, I got like 2 hours of sleep. I do not want to have to function on 2 hours of sleep, dude. So I went and took a nap until like 9 a.m. And then I realized there was like a massive thick thing of smoke, so definitely. But I'm also going to say that it feels a little difficult at times to be productive, but that's not the whole point of the episode I'm trying to get into. The whole point is I wanted to explain to you the process of my decision and what the final conclusion is. So there you go. There's the final conclusion. I'm actually going to do it. And the other thing is, what does this mean for the channel, for me going forward? Well, the first thing, biggest, most obvious change is I'm going to be exercising a lot. Like minimum at least 2 or 3 hours a day at the start of it, if absolutely nothing else. And that includes the run in that time, which is probably going to take an hour. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit tired right now. I'm realizing I probably shouldn't record the episodes at 9:30 at night when I plan on going to bed at 10. But also just know, by the way, I am going to go to bed after this episode. I'm done recording this episode. I'm not going to touch editing it. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm just rambling on, and quite honestly, I didn't mean for this to be a very long episode at all. This episode and the last one are not meant to be very long. They're meant to be short status updates of sorts. So, next week's podcast episode, I'm just going to spoil it right now. I don't know. So, what I think I'm going to do is I have a lot of books, and I mean a lot of fact books. So, I'm going to probably pull like 10 facts from my various fact books, make sure I research them to make sure they're actually true, and then just like share them along with other related facts or whatever. And they're going to be like big facts, and they're going to be like little mini sections about specific things. So, yeah. That's probably what I'll end up doing. That's the plan, but again, the plan could change. So, that's not like a guaranteed thing. Wait a minute. So actually, I think because I think that's the episode after that. The next episode's the Q&A, so I need to start asking people questions. So, yeah, I'm probably going to make another like post tomorrow asking people for questions for my Q&A. Oh, goodness. I just want to say thank you for supporting me. And at this is just how the podcast episodes are, okay? They're disorganized. They're chaotic. I don't know what I'm saying about half the time. So, as a last thing, I know this is like a shameless self promotion, but I'm gonna plug in my Instagram as When Plays and Draws. And the reason I'm gonna plug my Instagram is because not only do I talk about when podcast episodes are released and what, I'm also gonna be posting a lot of my fitness journey there. So yeah, definitely check that out if you want updates on that. Anyway, this is legitimately all I have the energy to muster. It's let me check the time. It's 9:56, so I really should be getting to bed now. So, good night everyone. I'll see you next week or maybe sooner than that depending on whether or not I know you in real life or whatnot. But see you next time.